For me, Nelson Mandela means the future. He meant the future to us in many ways, because back in the day, we did not even imagine South Africa as a beautiful place it is. I feel that if he wasn't here, we wouldn't know the people we know today, and we wouldn't have become the people that we are in many ways. So for people from Mthatha, this is a very special day for us because Mthatha hasn't been on the map.
Madiba, where do I begin to speak about him? The father of the nation. He is a son, he is a father. We are so proud of him. We are who we are today because of him, as a good African father that he is.
Jason Leffler considered this a privilege. Getting behind the wheel of a race car, taking it to top speed in open-wheel divisions and all NASCAR series. But his career start, and tragically his end, would be on dirt. That was Wednesday night in New Jersey at the Bridgeport Speedway. Leffler in second place in the first heat, away from other vehicles, when his car hit the wall. Leffler trapped, extricated from the mangled metal. It was too late. This sprint car race considered the minor league of racing, but Leffler was no stranger to high-profile events like Indy 500 and Daytona. His passing, a terrible loss to his fans, family, and the sport.
Okay, you know I'm a complete novice.
Long considered one of the most versatile drivers behind the wheel, and I found to be one of the nicest.
How fast are we going?
2 years ago, I had the time of my life meeting Jason Leffler. I didn't get behind the wheel, but better than that, I climbed into the passenger seat. And from that point on, couldn't stop smiling. At least 180 miles per hour. For Leffler, just another spin. For me, too thrilling.
I want to be a race car driver.
That was just a warm-up.
At the time, it was clear. He was excited about the sport,
And like I always say, it beats working for a living. So
his career, and possibly inspiring his now 5-year-old son, Charlie.
short of my son Charlie, it's the most, it's the biggest passion in my life. So.
Do you see Charlie getting behind the wheel at 4, 5, or 6 when a lot of young racers now are starting out that early?
Yeah, if he wants to. I'm sure we'll present it to him. He comes from a racing family, obviously not with just me, but his grandfather and his uncles, and they all race, so he's surrounded by it. So if he wants to do it, we'll put him in there. If he doesn't, if he wants to do something else, he's going to be free to do whatever he wants.
So Jason, for you, you started at 12, you, the California boy here. Where did this spark of race car driving come from?
It came at an early age. There's a local dirt track in Southern California called Ascot Speedway, which is really famous for its time, and go there every Saturday night with my dad and watch the sprint cars race. And from that moment on, from the very first time I went, I just was into racing, all types of racing, watch NASCAR on TV, sprint cars, anything I can get my hands on.
Do you think your family knew, uh-oh, he's been bitten by the bug, he's going to want to do this?
My dad knew. He delayed. He got me a dirt bike and some other things that I think he knew were going to be cheaper in the long run before he bought me a quarter midget. And finally he just gave in, and it just took off from there. So he caved in and he enjoyed it.
And for more than 20 years behind the wheel, 10 of it professionally, so did Jason Leffler. He shared with me his 3 keys to greatness.
Passion, number one. I think you have to have a passion for it. Opportunity. Whether that means, the opportunity your parents provided for you, opportunities you got down the road. Third one, I don't know, you can't be fearful. You gotta be brave.
Jason Leffler, brave and passionate, and now sorely missed. Frederica Whitfield, CNN, Atlanta.
It's the only video shot inside the Lowndes High School gym the day 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was found dead, and with his parents' approval, we're showing it for the first time. Lowndes County, Georgia investigators say Kendrick's death was a tragic accident, that he climbed onto these rolled gym mats to reach for this shoe at the center of one mat, slipped, got stuck upside down, and died. County officials say the blood in this photo spilled after Kendrick's heart had stopped pumping hours after he had died. But Kendrick's parents say the photo and the video show something else.
There's enough evidence to show that Kendrick was murdered.
CNN has exclusively obtained the 15-minute video and nearly 700 photos of the scene taken by Lowndes County investigators. And for the first time, Kendrick's parents, Kenneth and Jacqueline Johnson, are ready to look at them, including these pictures of orange and black gym shoes investigators found just yards from Kendrick's body.
Did these shoes belong to Kendrick?
No.
When you look at these shoes that were at the scene, what stands out to you?
The blood on the shoe.
But investigators say tests show the stains are something other than blood, so the shoes were not collected as potential evidence.
I don't understand why.
CNN took the photos to independent private investigator and former FBI Special Agent Harold Kopis. If you were on this scene, would this have been something you would have left?
No. Bag and tag.
There's no indication investigators ever even looked for the owner of the shoes or this hooded sweatshirt found a few feet from Kendrick's body.
And if you look real close, there's something on this particular cuff. And then the question is, was it blood? Did you test it?
According to the crime lab report, no.
They know something happened in that gym, and they don't want it to come out.
For the Johnsons, there's no stronger indicator than this photo. It's of what appears to be blood dripping down a wall. Here's what Lowndes County Lieutenant Stride Jones told CNN about that wall in May.
And we tested it, and it was blood. Now, we did DNA testing, and it was not the blood of Kendrick Johnson.
If it wasn't Kendrick blood, who blood was it?
Did you ever find out who it was or any involved?
No, as of now, we haven't, no. But
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be related to our crime in any way.
What do you think about the decision not to test it further?
You can't explain it. If you're running the crime scene, then you're going to say that's potential evidence. Obviously, we're going to check this out and find out who does it belong to.
This is an athletic gym. I mean, obviously, this is where they conduct various athletic classes and instructions at.
A kid couldn't have scraped their knee or arm or something and got that much blood on the wall.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 impacts.
The opinion of our crime scene personnel, after looking at it closely, the blood appeared as it had been there for an extended period of time. It didn't appear to be very fresh.
School gym. There is no way that they would allow whoever was supposed to clean this gym to leave that blood on that wall.
And there's the question, why was there no blood where they expected to see lots of blood? Remember the photo of that shoe investigators say was inches below Kendrick's head? Look at it again.
If he was inside the mat, reaching for that shoe, inside this tube, reaching for the shoe, and the shoe is beneath him, why isn't that shoe covered with blood?
And what do you think about that shoe not being covered with blood?
It was placed there.
Hey, Sheriff Ryan. Hi. Victor Blackwell, CNN.
Chris Prime.
The Sheriff's Department has denied a cover-up, but we took the Johnsons' concerns to Lowndes County Sheriff Chris Prime.
Got some questions about the Kendrick Johnson
I'm not
case.
going to discuss that with you.
Why not, sir?
Because our case is closed.
The family has some concerns about why some things were not taken into evidence. There was blood on the wall.
I'm not going to discuss the case with you.
And why is that?
Because I don't want to.
Then, less than a minute after he'd invited us in,
What did you not understand that I said? I'm through talking to you.
he ushered us out.
Thank you, Sheriff Prime.
I don't believe this was an accident. I think this young man met with foul play.
The Justice Department is reviewing the pictures and the video to decide if it'll launch a federal investigation into Kendrick's death. But for Kendrick's father, the evidence is clear.
Someone murdered him. They should be in jail. They are covering it up. They should be in jail.
Victor Blackwell, CNN, Valdosta, Georgia.
She was a really talented actress with a promising career.
She charmed us from the start, a Disney darling.
Just out of rehab for the second time, Lohan is still facing a DUI charge. She was arrested back in July after wrecking her car in Beverly Hills.
We want to see the train wreck.
Lindsay Lohan just can't seem to stay out of trouble these days. TMZ reporting that police were called after Lindsay got into an altercation with her mother, Dina.
What's next for Lindsay Lohan after her 6th stint in rehab?
My truth is that I really do want you to win.
I know that this is my last shot at doing what I love to do.